There was a boy named Rohan, a 15-year-old student from class 9. Everyone in school knew him by one name, the Lazy King. Why? Because Rohan never woke up on time. He never finished his homework. He always studied at the last minute. And he always said, "I will start tomorrow." But tomorrow never came. His notebooks were empty. His bag was always messy. His teachers were tired of reminding him. His parents were worried every day. The funniest part? Rohan slept even during classes. One day, after the midterm exam results, Rohan scored just 21 out of 100 in math. His teacher, Mrs. Meena, looked at him and said gently, "Rohan, you are not stupid. You are lazy. That is your only problem." Rohan said softly, "I know, ma'am, but I can't help it." Mrs. Meena replied, "You can, and you must. Your future depends on it." Something shook inside Rohan that day. For the first time, he felt ashamed, not of failing, but of not even trying. That night, he stared at the ceiling and whispered, "Why can't I change? Why am I like this?" Little did he know, change was going to knock on his door soon. The next afternoon, Rohan was scrolling through his phone when something caught his eye. A motivational video said, "Lazy people are not born lazy, they are trained by their habits." He paused. The video continued, "If you change your habits, you change your life." Those words hit Rohan like a slap. He thought for a moment and said, "Okay, I will try for at least 1 week. Just 1 week." He took a notebook and wrote only 3 lines. 1. Wake up at 6 a.m. 2. Study for 1 hour. 3. No excuses. He called it the 7-day challenge that can change my life. The next morning, his alarm rang at 6 a.m. Rohan opened one eye. His lazy brain said, "Sleep for 5 more minutes." But he sat up immediately and said out loud, "No, I am trying to change." It was the first victory of his life, a small one, but extremely important. He studied for 1 hour. He understood only 20% of the chapter, but still felt proud. That night he wrote, "Day 1 completed." Day 2 was harder. Day 3 was even worse. On day 4, he almost quit. His lazy brain shouted, "Why are you studying? Sleep, scroll your phone, enjoy." His eyes became heavy. His body felt tired. His old lazy self was pulling him back. But then he remembered his teacher's words, "You are not stupid. You are just lazy." He stood up, washed his face, and said out loud, "No, I am stronger than my laziness." He opened his book. For the first time in his life, he studied for 2 hours. Slowly, things started changing. He understood more. He remembered more. He felt more confident. And every night he wrote, "Day completed." It felt like he was winning a war with his old self. By the end of 7 days, something magical happened. Rohan's mind became sharper. His focus increased. His interest in studying grew. He realized something powerful. Hard work is painful only in the beginning. After that, it becomes your strength. He extended the challenge for another 7 days, then another, then another. In 2 months, Rohan became a completely different person. His lazy habits started disappearing. He woke up early without struggle. He studied willingly. He completed his homework before time. Even his parents were shocked. One day, his father said, "Who are you and what did you do to my lazy son?" Everyone laughed. Rohan smiled proudly. But he was not done yet. He had a big goal. A goal that sounded impossible. The final exams were coming in 3 months. Rohan made a bold announcement. "I will become one of the toppers of my class." His friends laughed. "Bro, you can't even wake up on time. When you become a topper, I will become a spaceman." Even teachers found it hard to believe. But Rohan didn't care, because he knew something others didn't. Discipline beats talent when talent is lazy. Star. Rohan wasn't the smartest student, but now he was the most disciplined. And that was enough. Rohan created a strict routine. Star 6 a.m. wake up. Star 6:30 to 8 a.m. study. School. Star 5 to 7 p.m. homework. Star 8 to 9 p.m. revision. Star 10 p.m. sleep. He stopped wasting time. He reduced social media. He said no to unnecessary outings. He focused on one goal: become a topper. He studied with deep concentration. He practiced sample papers. He asked teachers for doubts. He discussed questions with friends. Every day, he improved 1%. And that small improvement started becoming big results. The exam days came. Rohan wrote every paper with confidence. For the first time in his life, he felt proud of his answers. He did not know if he would become a topper, but he knew one thing: he had given his best. The results were announced. Students ran to the notice board. Rohan walked slowly, heart beating fast. He searched for his name, and then there it was. Rank 3rd topper, Rohan Sharma. He stared at it. His eyes filled with tears. His hands started shaking. The lazy boy, who once failed every test, had now become a topper. His teacher came to him and said, "I always knew you had potential. You just needed discipline." Rohan replied softly, "Ma'am, I just stopped being lazy." Years later, Rohan became known as the turnaround kid. He inspired many students in school. Whenever someone asked, "How did you do it?" he always gave one answer: Star, I stopped waiting for motivation. I started building discipline. Star. He added, "You don't need to study 10 hours. You just need to study every day." Consistency beats laziness. Small habits create big achievements, and success belongs to the person who refuses to give up. Rohan's transformation became a lesson to everyone. Star, laziness is not a permanent identity. It is a temporary habit, and habits can be changed. And that is how the laziest student became the topper.